Question number 4. Diagram 2 shows the graph y equals to tangent x plus c such that c and p are constants. State the value of c and of p. So they want us to find c and p. So we know that the equation y equals to tangent x plus c. So you notice that the graph is shifted, right? Because we know the tangent graph is usually like this. Like this, something like this, correct? That's how it is. But now the curve here, you notice this part shifted down by 1 unit. So it went down by 1 unit because we started from here instead of up here. Okay, so that means we know the c value is -1 because you shifted down the intercept. So it's going to be y tangent x minus 1, okay, because you shifted 1. And then now we want to find p. How do you find p? We can find p by just substituting, because we already know the y value, right? So y value is -2, so -2 equals tangent x is p, so tangent p minus 1, and bring the negative over, this -1 over becomes +1, so -1 equals tangent p. So we can first find the basic angle. The basic angle will be tangent inverse 1. Okay, we don't put a negative. The negative is just to determine which quadrant. So it will be 45 degree. So 45 degree is pi over 4. Okay, so this is the basic angle. So we want to find p, right? So p is equals to, so since we got negative, right, tangent negative value, so it's going to be in which quadrant? It's only going to be, so all science teacher crazy, so negative tangent will either be second quadrant or fourth quadrant. Okay, if it's a second quadrant, then you take the angle, you take theta minus the angle, and if it's a fourth quadrant, you take 2 pi minus the angle. Okay, this one is pi minus angle, this 2 pi minus angle. So we are looking for the one in the fourth quadrant, correct? This one is the fourth quadrant. So we're going to use 2 pi minus angle, so 2 pi minus the pi over 4. Okay, let me erase this. Okay, so the answer will be 2 pi minus pi over 4, you will get 7 over 4 pi. So that's the answer for p. Okay, or you want to convert to no need to convert to degree lah. So 7 over 4 is the answer. 7 over 4 pi is the answer. Okay, question B. Solve the equation 2 cos x equals -1, and then the x is between pi and 3 pi. So question B1, you want to solve for 2 cos x equals -1. So cos x equals to -1 over 2. So same thing, find the basic angle, which is cos inverse 1 over 2. So the basic angle will be pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3. So we can find x now. So x is either, so since this is a cos, okay, we are doing for cos, and it's a negative value for cos. So same thing, all science teacher crazy. So negative value for cos is either going to be in the second or fourth quadrant. So second quadrant will be pi minus angle, and then third quadrant will be pi plus the angle. Okay, so in this case it's going to be pi minus pi over 3. Then the second one will be pi plus pi over 3. Okay, can we stop there? We can actually go on. Why? Because they said that x is between pi and 3 pi. So that means we can go to a second cycle. Okay, we can go to second cycle. So the second cycle will be the same thing as this first quadrant, the pi minus pi over 3. This is the second quadrant. So same thing as this, but you're going to plus another 2 pi because you're going another full cycle. So you can put pi minus pi over 3 plus 2 pi, or you can, and then you can take this and plus 2 pi again, because it's a new quadrant, new cycle, sorry. Okay, so in the end what you will have is pi minus pi over 3. You should get 2 over 3 pi, and then the next one, pi plus pi 1 over 3 pi, you get 4 over 3 pi. Next one you get 8 over 3 pi, and the last one you get 10 over 3 pi. So which of these are we going to take? Are we going to take all of them? Answer is no, because you have to fulfill this condition here. They said x is between pi and 3 pi. So if it's between pi and 3 pi, this one is less than pi, right? Because this is 1 pi already. This is less than 3. So we have to ignore this one. Okay, we cannot take this. And 3 pi means this one also cannot, because 10 over 3 pi is already more than 3 pi. Okay, so we cannot. So the answer will be these two. Okay, so x is either equal to 4 over 3 pi and also 8 over 3 pi. Okay, that is the two answers. Clear? Alright, next one. Sketch the graph of y equals to cos x, 2 cos x. By drawing a suitable straight line on your sketch, find the range of x. Okay, forget about this first. We're going to sketch the graph first, okay? So y equals to 2x, 2 cos x, sorry. Y equals 2 cos x. So how does this graph look like? So we know the cos graph is going to be like this. Okay, this is how a cos graph look like. But now the amplitude is 2. So that means what? That means the height here is 2 and the height here is negative 2. Okay. This one will be x, this will be y. Okay, so this is the wait, so let me label. This is 2 pi, this will be pi over 4, and this will be 3 over 4 pi. Okay, so we label all of the x value, y, and y value. So now what do we need to do? They want us to draw a suitable straight line on your sketch. Find the range of x for which cos equals to negative 1 over 2. So we know that, so they're asking us to find y, cos x less than negative 1 over 2. So what you can do is we can actually rearrange this. Okay, let's say I bring this over, right? So I get 2 cos x less than negative 1. Why am I doing this? Because this is actually the same as this, right? Which is equals to y. So in other words, y is less than negative 1. So y is less than negative 1 is the same as where? If I use y equals negative 1, the line is going to be here. Let's say negative 1 on the graph. On the graph, negative 1 is here. So the line is going to be this side. Okay. So when the line is here, and they said less than, we are looking for less than negative 1. So that means we are looking at this region here. Let me shade this region. We are looking for this region, less than negative 1. So when it's less than negative 1, the range of x value is either between here and here, right? That means what is the values here? What is that value? We actually already found it in the previous question. Because this is the same as, this equation here is the same as the previous one, right? Y equals to 2x. I mean, this one, we rearrange to get the same thing actually. This one. There. You rearrange, you actually get the same thing, right? So it's actually identical. So we don't have to redo, but you want to redo, so can, no problem. But when we did this, we found the first quadrant and second and third quadrant. Never mind. I think we just redo lah. I think at least you guys can understand. So we want to find the x value. What is the range of x value? So we just have to rearrange this. So cos x equals negative 1 over 2. and we can find the basic angle again, equals, so cos negative 1 over 2, cos inverse 1 over 2. So the basic angle is going to be pi over 3. Okay, so since we are looking for negative, right, so it's going to be in which quadrant? All science teacher crazy. Negative cos is second and third, so second quadrant and third quadrant. Okay, so this second quadrant is pi minus angle, this one is pi plus angle. Okay, so we can now find the x value. X value is pi minus pi over 3 and pi plus pi over 3. So it's basically the same as what we did up here, right? It's the same thing. Pi minus pi over 3, pi plus pi over 3. Okay, because it's actually the same thing. So in the end, what you get is, the first one is 2 over 3 pi. Second one is 4 over 3 pi. So that means the x value here is 2 over 3 pi and 4 over 3 pi. Okay, technically you don't have to redo lah, but I'm just doing to show you guys. So your answer, they want the range of x value, right? So the range of x value is going to be between 2 over 3 pi and 4 over 3 pi. So this is your answer.